Hello, and welcome to Something Extra, a show that was created for you to learn more about Down syndrome in your community. I am your host, Maria Sivertson. On today's show, you will meet our Sunburst Gala event coordinator and one of our amazing DSANEO families. Welcome to the show. I am here today with Keira and Sophia Shiban. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
How are you?
We're
Hi.
super excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. Keira, can you please introduce your family?
Sure. My name is Keira Shiban. I'm married to Sophia's father, Philip, and I have 4 kids. My oldest they're not kids anymore. They're adults. I have a 31-year-old son, a 30-year-old daughter. I have a grandbaby and a 17-year-old son, and then Sophia is our youngest, and she's 15. And then we have an adorable dog named Levi. Yes. So, would you like to say anything about yourself, Sophia?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go to high school?
Yeah,
What grade are you in?
9th grade.
Nice.
And what do you take in high school?
Children media, English, and social studies.
Sounds fun.
Social study. You like social studies too, don't you?
Yeah, I like that better than like English.
Yeah. You have Mr. Bandera's a really good teacher. I mean, all their teachers are good, but I noticed that when he teaches you something about history, you come home and you really understand it and you tell us all about it.
I do.
So you enjoy school? Yeah.
Nice.
So Keira, can you tell us how you received the diagnosis for Sophia?
Sure. So I was 36 when I was pregnant with Sophia, so the doctors recommended advanced testing to make sure everything was good. And as each of those tests came back, there's always something a little quirky about it, and so we continued to get confirmation, and the final, if we wanted absolute confirmation if something was going on, that was an amniocentesis, and we did decide to do that. And I remember, when the doctor's office called, they initially wanted me to come in and my husband to meet us there so they could, talk about their findings. And I don't know, I think it was, if it was cold or, we had just gone to the office so many times for the other tests, and I just was like, you know what, my husband's gonna be home pretty soon, go ahead and tell me. And they said that, the baby girl does have Down syndrome. And, I thanked them, and the doctor was really great. He, told me they had all kinds of support, in our community, and he would put me in touch with that. And I think my head was just spinning at the moment, and I was just trying to digest, Down syndrome.
Receiving the diagnosis.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I got off the phone, and without knowing what Down syndrome meant, Sophia, I had no idea what it meant. So I was sad and scared, and I actually just started crying, and I was just sitting on our kitchen floor when Dad came home, and he was hugging me, and I told him, and then a little bit, a few minutes had passed, and I kind of got control of myself, and I said, I looked at him, and he did not look sad. He looked very happy. And I said, did you hear what I said? And he said, yes. He said, I heard you say that we are going to have a beautiful baby girl, and I will never cry for my daughter. So that was Dad's reaction. Smart guy, isn't
Wow.
he?
Yeah, he
pretty
is.
smart. So yeah, that's how we found out.
And what did you do from there?
I Googled everything.
Yes. I remember doing the same thing.
Yeah, and I think, I think like
it's
the
a good
internet,
and a bad thing.
Yeah, the
I
internet's
mean,
it's a beautiful thing. There's so much information at our fingertips, but in this case, it was like, you know, you being pregnant with a typical child, and looking up every possible scenario of any health concern they might have, or any, you know, it's just not fair, because, you know, the internet's showing you everything, and that's not your child. You know, your child is going to be slowly revealed to you.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I did feel like I thought of Sophia as a diagnosis for my pregnancy, and it was a very difficult time. And
you didn't know what to expect.
Correct. Yeah, and there were so many. Like, the good thing about it was that they were, you know, science is amazing, and they were able to do ultrasounds, and they knew that she had a heart defect that would have to be addressed. They knew that she had a duodenal atresia, something with her stomach, that, you know, so we kind of were able to prepare for that, which is huge, you know, to be able to seek out the doctors and find out more about these conditions, because she did end up having her first surgery just 2 days, you know, after she was born.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was a duodenal atresia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a great plus about knowing, but the emotional side, and you know, and I didn't reach out to the upside downs up until after she was born. So, you know, that would have helped if I had been able to talk to someone that already had a child with Down syndrome, and, you know, just, you know, make it, you know, not so much the diagnosis, but, you know, just a person.
A baby first.
Yeah, sure,
Mm-hmm.
a baby. But when she was born, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, she came out, and, you know, she was a C-section, and, you know, doctors held her up, and she was screaming her head off because of her heart condition. We weren't sure if she had childhood flow, so we weren't sure if she would have like a blue coloring. She was bright red and mad because she was cold, and I was just like, oh, that's my beautiful baby girl.
Yep.
You know, like, what's this Down syndrome thing? Who cares about that, right? So, yeah. Did you ever hear that story before?
Yeah, you told me that before.
Okay. Okay.
So Sophia was born. Mm-hmm. So what happened after that? Tell us about Sophia.
I mean, Sophia's pretty amazing, right? Aww. Would you agree? keep going, right? She's a very resilient person. She has had a lot of surgeries in her life, and, you know, she's been in the hospital a lot with different illnesses, and she's just managed to find strength within herself, and we've learned all to be strong because of her example. And she's got a great sense of humor. She's very funny. She's very witty. She's a very competitive person. So we are taking swim classes up until just a little while ago, and it was going great, but then we teamed up with your daughter, mm-hmm. and all of a sudden, like, the girls were pushing each other, you know, to be a little bit better. So she's
competitive too.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
and it's such a great thing. So, you know, in school, it's wonderful when she's around her typical peers, because, you know, she wants to do the same things that they're doing. And what else? She's very sly, I would say. Speaking of swimming, I don't know have you ever heard this story, Sophia?
What story?
I had you enrolled at our community pool for swim lessons when you were probably like 5 or 6, okay? And I think I probably went to go get something out of the car or whatever, and I came back, and the swim instructor was holding you on his hip and walking around with you while the other kids were putting their face in the water and blowing bubbles and doing what they were supposed to. And I was like, Dominic, what are you doing? Why isn't Sophia in the pool? And he's like, oh, she said, you know, she was scared, and she wanted me to hold her. And I was like, well, you can't. So you used your charms to get him to carry you around the pool instead of going into the water.
Doing what
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
I don't.
Yeah, trust me, it happened. So
You are sly.
I didn't even know him.
he was your swim instructor. His name was Dominic, one of the kids
Oh.
that worked at the pool. Yeah.
So when we were talking, Keira, you told me that you were determined to raise Sophia as a victor, not a victim.
Yes.
I love that. Tell me your reasoning behind that.
Well, I think it's easy when you have medical conditions, and people are always taking care of you, and I think it's easy to be enabled by that, and then you turn into a victim, and you don't fight for yourself. And I'm just very proud of Sophia. She, we participate in a lot of service type activities, and we try to give back as much as we've given. So when she's healthy and not in the hospital, right now one of the fun things that we get to do is we have there's an older couple that just don't get out a lot. He has a lot of health conditions, and we bring them dinner on Saturdays and hang out. Lunch or dinner, yeah, depending on the time. And isn't that something that you really look forward to?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's important that she continues to, just show people all the things that she's capable of.
So what are you capable of, Sophia? Some of the activities that you do?
Swimming. I love swimming.
You love swimming?
You tell her you just made the team.
I made some team.
You made the swim team? That's awesome. So you'll be competing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, what else do you do?
I like to color.
You like to color?
I also like to just hang out. I had a puppy. Like, he likes to come up on my bed, and then it's like cuddle right up next to me on my bed.
Yeah. What about your nephew? Do you like taking care of him?
Yeah, I do.
You're an aunt? Oh, how sweet.
Yep.
How old is your nephew?
10 months.
He's going to be a year old in January, so 11 months now.
Aww.
Yeah. Pretty exciting, huh? What about all of the you like to do makeup?
I do.
And you do makeup tutorials?
On YouTube?
Yeah, she has a private Instagram. She has a private account, so like for her families and
But I don't
friends.
have like a YouTube channel yet.
No, you don't.
But I want one.
We can discuss that at a later date.
Fine.
And you also like doing food challenges?
I do.
What are those?
Usually it's gummy versus real food, or
Gummy?
whatever.
Do you say gummy versus real food?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where you have like a food that's made out of gummy bears, and the food that's a regular food. Is that what that is?
No, if it's gummy versus real food, it's like the same food but in gummy form.
Okay, got it.
Interesting. I don't like to cook, so
So next time you come to our house,
Okay.
we'll have to give you a challenge.
we'll do a food challenge.
Think of a
That
challenge.
sounds good.
Okay.
Like the ice bucket challenge.
Oh yes.
I'm kidding.
So, Keira, tell me, what is different about how you are feeling now after having Sophia than when you received your diagnosis years ago?
Well, I would say it's night and day. Like nothing that I Googled or read about could have prepared me for just the joy of being Sophia's mom. And we all feel that way in our house. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, you must be a special mom, to have." And
special parents get special kids.
that is so. It's so not true. We feel incredibly blessed that God picked us to be her mom and dad, because she just makes, she's kind of like the glue that holds our whole family together. We're all a little bit better because we see, different areas that Sophia has to really work hard at, and it makes us not take things for granted as much as we used to,
That's true.
So I think I was, my husband is Lebanese and Italian. His family comes from a very loud family, so he's used to just yelling or talking at the 10th decibel, just a normal speech, and Sophia doesn't love loud noises, so she's constantly, or he'll clap really loud on the TV, like this really loud. And so
does he yell at the TV if he's watching a football game or something?
Oh, yeah. Yes, crazy.
And what do you do about that, Sophia?
Yeah, what do you say?
Nothing.
She usually, don't you reprimand him? She usually says "Dad," or in the car, like when we're, Dad's driving and.
Or he's cursing at me like, "Dad." He goes, "I'm sorry."
Right. So she just has a positive impact on all of us.
Not all of you, only with Dad.
Well, I mean, we're not, we don't have road rage like Dad, but
Right.
in other areas.
Right.
So, Keira, you've attended some of the Moms Night, and you've met some of the new moms in our community.
Yes.
What advice do you want to give them?
Oh gosh, just enjoy them. Enjoy your baby, just like you would with any of your typical kids. Enjoy them and love them, and just dream big for them. Don't think of the limitations, but just think of all the things that are possible and that you can help make possible.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I am a special mom.
We will be right back with our Sunburst Gala event coordinator. Welcome back. This is our Sunburst Gala event coordinator, MaryBeth. MaryBeth, what is the purpose of the Sunburst Gala?
Well, the Sunburst Gala is the signature event that DSANEO does every year. And for so many reasons, it's so important in raising awareness, being seen more visually in the corporate community, and of course, to raise needed dollars for all the programming that DSANEO does throughout the year.
And give us some of the details about the gala.
So we're so excited this year. It's February 18th at the Intercontinental downtown in Cleveland. And it starts, there are some tickets that include a VIP reception, and then we have silent auction, raffles, a DJ entertainment, some surprises during the program piece of it. And we just are really excited. We bring together a lot of good information, excitement, and we provide a wonderful evening out.
How much are the tickets?
So tickets start at $125, and then what we really want to make sure that people are aware of is that tables can be purchased, and there are corporate sponsorships that can be purchased as well as some underwriting opportunities for corporations. So we really want to make sure that not only individuals feel that they can support us, and families with individuals with Down, and then their communities, but the corporate community. We are really inviting the Cleveland area, Northeast Ohio, to stand behind us and help us underwrite this event so that we can continue to do great things in the community.
So you mentioned corporate sponsorships. Let's talk a little bit about those.
So our corporate sponsorships start as little as $2,500 and they go up from there. And they're really designed to give media awareness to the community, to allow for on-site presence. But really the biggest value for the corporate sponsorships or foundation sponsorships is that you are helping our community get stronger. Yes. That's the number one thing that people will walk away with.
Yeah, I agree. And our returning MC for the night?
Oh, Todd Meany from Fox 8. He's the morning anchor. He's been with us for 5 years, so we're thrilled to have him back again. He really just knows and is connected with this community, as well as some we have individuals that will be performing. We have performances that can't be found at other events.
Right.
So we have some really nice surprises that people will be very taken by.
Another surprise is that Kentucky Derby raffle that we have going on.
Yes, so we are only selling 300 tickets. So there's a limited number of tickets. They are on sale for $100 each, and it's for a chance to win a 2-day, 3-night stay at the Kentucky Derby. So this is just a chance of a lifetime. These tickets are amazing. It's for the grandstand and rooftop access, right there at Churchill Downs. So,
and we're drawing the winner that night.
We are, and you don't need to be present.
Right.
So another great way to support DSANEO and the Sunburst Gala is to donate to the auction. You can purchase tickets and donate them back to individuals with Down, because we really like for this to be their event. So there's lots of ways you can support, and you can buy these amazing limited offer tickets for a chance to win.
And how else can the community get involved?
Well, we're always looking for volunteers,
right.
And not just for the Sunburst Gala, but and it does take a village to create that event. So of course, we welcome anyone to volunteer for the event. But the things that the DSANEO does year round, they always require people that want to be part of this community. So they can donate, they can volunteer, and they can just get behind us financially.
And where can someone find more information about the gala, to volunteer, to donate, purchase tickets?
Go to DSANEO.org. That's where you can find everything. There'll be, under the events tab, there's the Sunburst Gala, and you can see where you can purchase tickets, purchase sponsorships, purchase your Kentucky Derby chance tickets, read all about it. So if you want all the details, you can read everything about it. And really, just go to DSANEO.org to find out all sorts of ways where you can get involved and just really help this organization. It's they serve over 1,000 families, and that can only be done by working with the community.
Well, we are so grateful that you're planning this wonderful event for us.
I'm so excited to be planning this and be spending it. So I look forward to seeing you and everyone there that evening.
Me too, me too.
This is my life, babe. This is me, babe. This is how it all came to be, babe. From the greatest moments, babe, to the ones I suppressed, babe. These are the stories of struggle and success, babe.
The time came for you to be who you were destined to be. Please let yourself go. Don't hold back. Come together, keep it peace. Don't fight, don't break it down, please. Help yourself, help your enemies. Be who you were destined to be. There's so much more. I just want you to let it all go. Be pure from your core. Break it, turn down, let them know who you are. Cause I found there's so much more. There's so much more. There's so much more. Who are you? And what is it that you want to do? Take your time, don't waste your time. Climb, elevate your mind. And soon you'll see that in due time you'll be, yes you'll be, everything that you were destined to be. Please feel free, yes, be who you were destined to be.
Babe, babe, babe. This is my life. This is me. This is how it all came to be. From the greatest moments to the ones I suppress. These are the stories of struggle and success.